start off with Sam. Talk us through how is he?
Yeah, we're going to go through concussion protocol. It's unfortunate, so the likelihood he's going to be unavailable for a stretch. He's okay now, but obviously he definitely got hit. And the way he hit the floor and his arm sort of went straight up. And yeah, so we'll get more of the extent and we'll do a follow-up concussion test. We'll make sure he's all right, but a little cut in the mouth and a little bit of a headache, and we'll manage that.
So the game, I guess, well, congratulations for starters. How did you see that game playing out there? You managed to hold the lead the entire time.
Yeah, I won't lie. I don't know why. That's the most frustrated I've felt this season. I feel like it's the last hurdle for us to overcome, and yet where I probably value it in everything else that we were accomplishing, I didn't prioritise it as that high, and it's like execution on the offensive end, and we have glimpses of it, and it's taken me a moment to process it. Right, this is my sense of feel is we're at the halfway point of the season. We've got 9 wins. Okay, if we didn't blow that game in Adelaide, we're on a 4-game winning streak. You know, we're competing for a top 2 spot and all these things. We've got the #1 defense in the league right now. We're not doing that based on points allowed. We're doing that by the actual defensive rating and turnovers generated and block steals and all that stuff. And we got the 2nd worst offense, and it's really starting to frustrate me. It's really starting to annoy me. And it's nothing to do with the personnel, because we're very capable. It's trying to get key guys in particular positions, and I want to be further down the track where we are. And the good thing is we've got a string of games coming up that's going to help us build a bit of momentum rolling through. I'm also conscious of the fact that we got 9 wins, and I don't want to be beating on the guys in a sense of this negative energy. So I'm going to take a day to process it. We'll do our review before we fly out for Tassie. But it's a great prospect to know that this area of improvement that we have to achieve, right now we're a work in progress that's sitting 3rd on the ladder, and that's pretty cool.
Rotated deep into that roster, Lat, Mirko, Josh, they all got minutes.
I was searching, and that's what I coach frustrated, so I even frustrated with myself in the way I did rotations and the way I was searching. I had a short leash with a lot of guys. I had frustrating moments with a lot of guys, and that's on me to be better and coach these guys, the way I feel like we're going to thrive in. Because I saw it on the court, there was moments where we impact body language. And I play a role in that. So I need to be better, because if I'm constantly like beating someone down and constantly taking withdrawals out of them and not placing any deposits, and then we're at the foul line, we're up 10, and I can see the guy's body language is concerning, and that's on me. So, I'll review myself probably more than anything from this game.
Ben, what was it like out there? Did you guys feel like you were searching for something, or was it very much a positive kind of points were coming gradually?
I think we're all pretty positive out there, but yeah, you can feel, we kind of go up and down. We can tell we got a long way to go. Just the feel out there, but I thought some guys came in, brought some energy when they needed to. Yeah, but I mean, Taj led the way. I felt picked the energy up when we needed and led us. But yeah.
And Bull, he obviously had a brilliant game there, even in a bit of foul trouble, managed to finish out those minutes.
Yeah, he was amazing. Like, if you're going to pick up my spirits, you've just done it, right? And he was electric. He was defensive. He was offensive game flowing. And he was playmaking. He was attacking the rim. And he was finding his teammates. And it was unfortunate that he picked up a couple of cheap ones, and we had to sit him out in the second when he picked up his third. And we highlighted the reason why in the change room was it was a stuff up in our rotations that put Bull in a bad spot, and so the miscues of others put Bull in a situation where he picked up his third, and now he sits out, and so the compound, the flow-on effect from that. So for him to then come out and play with 4 fouls, close out the game the way he did by not playing conservative, because players can be guilty of that. picked up 2 quick ones, and I want to pick up my 3rd one, and then they're real passive in the way they defend, and that wasn't Bull. So, yeah, I mean, wow, right? He was great. He was.
How does that performance from Bull rate, I guess, across it? Now he's reached 50 now. Like, how does that rate based off what you've seen? Because that was among his better performances, his better nights out.
I think offensively, agreed, and that's what shows up on the stat sheets. It's when you look at like the top 5 steals in the game, Taj is number 1, I think DJ's number 3, and Shannon's number 4. That was before this game, so I don't know if that's still the case. So unfortunately, like Bull maybe doesn't always get the recognition what he does on the defensive end. He's by far my pit bull out there, and he does it weekly with everybody, and people who are MVP contenders are having an off night, coincidentally, when he's defending them. So offensively tonight was what showed up on the stat sheet, and yeah, if he wasn't in foul trouble, because I rarely sub him out, he probably would have had 30 something. So yeah, it's definitely up there, and hopefully we can just keep that mojo going.
And happy, I guess, again with Taj, he went close to a triple double in there.
He did my head in with that pass. Like we had all the time in the world, and then I was setting everybody up in the court, and I just see this ball sail over the ceiling, and then they get the ball back, and Sobey gets the baseline too, and that was frustrating. You take out that, 5-second window. Yeah, he was great. We started off absolutely garbage again, and then he comes on the floor and sets the tone. So having him as that spike off the bench is really important for us. But again, we can't just rely on him, right, to engage us defensively. He needs to we don't need to rely on him so much, but the fact that we can is huge.
And my last one as well, just you were talking before about you were searching for something, especially in that first part of the first quarter, trying to get the offense going. And then next year he hit the court and he set it alight. Just in terms of his effort, you could see from up the top, you could see the effort he was putting in. Like, what do you make of his impact and what he did tonight?
Yeah, huge. And, Ben's been amazing in a sense that sometimes I've put him out there and he's played a small stretch, and then other times I played him a little bit longer, like tonight. And tonight was one of those nights where, when he was out there, he changed the game. And so it was important to keep him out there and keep that momentum going. Yeah, he's massive. He's been like this all season. And I expect the same.
Over to you, Chris.
Forde, a couple of quick ones. Obviously, what's happening at Brisbane has nothing to do with you, but at the same time, how tough did it make it to prepare to play them tonight, given the coaching changes? And I guess until a few minutes before tip-off, you probably didn't know if Johnson was going to play, if Baines was going to play, if White was going to play. How challenging was this to prepare for?
Obviously, in terms of a scout perspective, obviously it poses its challenges, and I feel like we navigated that well. This was one of those weeks where, especially after that Illawarra game, we focused a little bit more on what we needed to get done, both ends of the floor. The threat that Brisbane posed, right, is a sense of freedom now that with all the disarray sort of going on, the players can galvanise from that, and I feel like they did. There was moments where, their huddles were tight and they were engaged, and, if anybody thought that, Brisbane were going to be easy beats tonight, it was direct opposite. And don't forget, they still got like a lot of talent. They got guys who represented the Australian national team. They got up-and-coming players like DJ Mitchell. And so, if you want leadership, you just have a look at the 5 they put on the floor. So from a scout perspective, obviously, they ran similar sets, but it was, patterns and so forth you sort of look for. But in terms of the way they went about their business, they were absolute professionals. I credit the players. I credit Vandy for preparing them, because I know, they probably would have had some obstacles this week, but if you looked at the way they went about their business, they were absolute 100% professionals, and I tip my hat to them.
Let me see if I can pick out another positive for you as well. We've talked about Josh Davies' journey to get to this point as well, and scored his first NBL points out there tonight. You happy for him?
Yeah, when Sam obviously got hit with the concussion, and we needed someone to battle Baines, he did a fantastic job, and then DJ found him on the attack break, and he finished with a nice little smooth right-hand layup. Did he tap the backboard?
I know.
He missed the opportunity to go layup, tap the backboard. But no, happy for him. Dude's an animal. Like, he gets in the gym, he eats dumbbells for breakfast, he gets in half an hour before everybody else, he works out hard. Yeah, he's going to have an amazing future.
Ben, just one for you. What are your thoughts now on the challenge of taking on the Jack Jumpers down in Tassie on Saturday?
Everything stays the same for us, you know, just we just got to recover tomorrow and then just concentrate on us, I think, leading in. Just fix the areas that we need to fix. But yeah, a lot of trust amongst this group leading into this stretch of games, so just keep pushing forward.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.